Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special update from the booking room. As always, my name is MK, and I'm here with Dylan. Dylan, some very, very interesting rumours going round the mill. What are we saying?
That's right. The rumour mill is spinning, and it looks like we could see a very hot return to SummerSlam.
Could this be the rumour of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
It could be the rumour of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So that slid across my desk this morning. I was in the office, and as I partake on the old social medias, I noticed a little pop up came up. Dwayne Johnson rumored for SummerSlam, and I thought, ooh, what could go on there? Why would he be there? But then
So,
obviously,
what do you think?
well,
What?
you and I, the booking room, what better place than to theoretically book what may or may not happen? For the record, the amount of times we book stuff in our heads or in our video games or to each other and it happens. If this happens, I mean, WWE at this point have to hire us as writers because clearly we're so in sync. But no, I think I would like to see it happen. I don't know if it will. Following the Rock's trackers, I don't know if he's going to be in Detroit around that time. I don't know if he's producing any movies at the moment. I haven't seen him in any film trailers, so I don't know what's going on with him. But could we see him give the rub to a young talent such as Grayson Waller? Or
Well,
could we
that
see
has
him
been
get
actually
involved in the
rumoured.
Usos?
You know, we did see Grayson Waller on the social media at Madison Square Garden, mimicking The Rock from his debut in '97 at Survivor Series with his traditional ring gear. He's like, all right, mate, I've got The Rock's gear on. What a ridiculous outfit. What a ridiculous outfit, mate. So maybe we could get the Grayson Waller Effect TV show at SummerSlam and The Rock could have a little appearance.
Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be a good little rub for Grayson. Maybe even he'll get like a 30-minute squash out of it, like the Wyatts did at WrestleMania.
Good call.
30
Yeah.
seconds there, just
And seeing the Rock, always seeing the Rock is wicked. Everyone will be happy if the Rock turns up, obviously. But do you think we'll get any eggs planted within the Bloodline saga?
Personally, I would like to see that. I wouldn't even like to see him on the Grayson Waller effect. It'd be obviously, him giving the young talent a rub is all well and good. He's already said some stuff on social media about the Grayson Waller incident. But I think they should use him if they're gonna use The Rock at SummerSlam. It has to be Bloodline. It has to be Roman, and it has to be, for me, it has to be a setup for WrestleMania. We were robbed of him facing Roman at Mania this year. I'm glad Cody got the match, but I would have way, way, way preferred Dwayne Johnson to have had that match at WrestleMania. Yeah, so I would like to see. I don't know what I'd like to see. I don't know if I want to see him. If Jimmy wins, I don't know if I want to see Roman just come out and sort of raise Jimmy's hand like he did with Roman at the Rumble a few years back, or if I want to see a bit of a commotion, at the end, towards the end of the Jey Uso and Roman match, and maybe see a stare down between Roman and The Rock. I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is I want Dwayne to be back, and I want Dwayne involved in the bloodline, involved in the story, because to me, he's technically the tribal chief. I know Roman's had this 1,000-day reign, but Dwayne, in let's just take it to the last 30 years, 40 years. Dwayne put the Anawahis on the map. They were a famous family. Don't get me wrong. They've got lineage beyond lineage. So many of their family are wrestlers. But if you were to mention their name, no one would know who they were. But if you mention Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, everyone knows who Dwayne's cousins and things are. People are always referring to this one or that one as The Rock's cousin or that one as The Rock's uncle. You know what I mean? To me, he is the tribal chief. He is the center of that family. He is the biggest thing that family's produced.
Regardless of what happens, if it does happen, I'm excited about it. But what I personally would do is similar to what we said last week on the podcast. I would have, it's Roman versus Jey, big title match. I feel like we should do. This is where Jimmy. We saw last week on SmackDown Paul Heyman getting inside Jay's head, saying, you did this to Jimmy. This is why he's in hospital. You know, we're laying the eggs now for the heel turn that me and you spoke about. So maybe Jimmy costs Jay the title. We have a bloodline beatdown on Jay after the match, and that's where Big Dwayne steps in. If you smell, Rock steps in. He sprints to the ring clears. The Rock picks up Jay, taps him on the neck, raises his arm, and says, "Yep, you're worthy of running this family. I respect you." And then The Rock gives his eyebrow to Roman, who's on the aisleway. We have that stare. We go off the air. And that's it. That's what I feel we should book for SummerSlam. You know, I still want Roman Reigns versus Cody at WrestleMania 40. I feel like that has to happen. But let's keep building. Let's keep people wanting Roman Reigns versus The Rock because everybody wants it. It's the last big dream match that WWE could possibly put on. Am I wrong?
You're not, but the issue is he's getting older. The longer they take, the older he gets, the less likely he is to say yes. Like, I'm not going to say that he's, out of physical shape. I mean, it's The Rock. Look at him. Oh my God, he's in incredible shape. But the issue is, and it always comes with age, no one can look at all the world's most famous bodybuilders that ever existed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying some of them who were in their 70s, 80s, 90s, like even Arnold, isn't in the worst shape. You know what I mean? But Arnold now does not look like Arnold at 19, at 20. You know what I mean? The Rock at let's say The Rock and Roman goes on 5 years from now, The Rock will be what, nearly 55, nearly 60 odd. He's not going to be in The Rock shape forever. You know what I mean? Eventually, he's going to have to start winding it down. He stays big. You know what I mean? But he's going to have to start winding it down eventually. He's going to have to start taking some plates off of the bar. So, I think it needs to happen. I think 40 is the time to do it. I get what you're saying. Cody needs to finish the story. Cody and Roman is the logical choice from a Cody perspective. But I don't know, man. I don't know. For me, could we go anywhere?
Could we do what I thought was going to happen this year? Could we do night 1, we do Roman Reigns versus Cody, and on night 2, you do Roman versus The Rock?
It's a lot. Unless you have him go over The Rock and lose to Cody, it's a lot, and it might be a bit too much. But
what if Cody?
Go on.
No, if Cody could beat Roman on night 1 and Cody finishes his story, but then to rectify the loss, Roman Reigns beats The Rock and finally becomes the head of the table on Sunday and gets that big win back. And then he just, people will forget, or they'll kind of forget that he lost the title because it's such a huge win that he gets back on the Sunday.
I mean, again, until SmackDown when Cody comes out with the belt and goes, "So, what do you want to talk
about?" Obviously, it's all hypothetical at the minute. So what are you saying, mate? Rock, is he at SummerSlam?
I want him to be. I want the rumors to be true. Dwayne, if you hear our podcast by some grace of God, just if you've got a weekend free, mate, call Trips, book it in. I know you use the boys. You know what I mean? Call Vince, Vinnie Mac, get him to send the private jet. Let's make it happen. Let's wish it into anyone listening to this. Let's wish it into existence. The universe has a way of working. Let's wish it into existence. I don't give a crap if it doesn't lead to a WrestleMania match, but it's been a while since we've seen The Rock in a WWE ring, and I'd like him to come back for a little bit, even if it's for half an hour or for one segment, for 30 seconds. Just give us a YouTube video to watch in the morning after we sleep through the pay-per-view, because I'm not staying up that late.
Let's get Big Dwayne at SummerSlam. If you think The Rock is going to be at SummerSlam, please comment. Let us know what you think. We want to hear your thoughts. Like and subscribe to the Booking Room podcast, and stay tuned for next Monday where the next episode of the Booking Room will drop. Please share, please subscribe, please like, all that jazz. Dylan, I'm done. Have you got anything else to sign off with?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
And that's it. The door is closed on the Booking
door
Room
is
podcast.
closed.
We will see you next week. Thanks for joining us. You never know. You might see us for another update. Who knows?
Who knows? The rest
Cheers,
of this crazy
guys.
world. Let's see what happens.
Vince McMahon, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. I'm fucking tired. I work with fucking children.
Qualifications do you feel you have to work here at